Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I certainly do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Schilling Beer Company. These guys are up in New Hampshire. This was sent to me by my beer brother Greg. And he writes on this one, he got this on a recommendation from the Stowe Public House where he picked this up. A solid dark lager if you're getting weary of IPAs and stouts. Well, Greg, no. I never get wary of them, and I don't buy these before. This is a 4.6%er, I think. It says 4.8 on this one, on the can here. It has 4.6 on Beer Advocate site, and it has 4.6 on Untapped. So evidently, this particular batch or year, and the writing is very, very faint on this. It says 08/01/19. So August the 1st of 2019 is the canned on date. So we do have that. So evidently this batch or this year's edition, I don't know how often they brew it, is 4.8, not 4.6. So with that being said, it is what it is there, guys. And they may have a different, I didn't see it listed when I typed it in, whether they had a, let me see, just for giggles here, if they have a 2019 listed. No, they do not. So they might want to put that in there. The 2019 is 4.8 instead of 4.6. We don't have the IBUs. This is a Czech-style black lager. So like I said, and like I said, I don't buy low ABV beers anymore, and I don't buy lagers basically anymore. And they just usually, I mean, when you get into the craft style, it's a little different. Some of those have a lot of taste and aroma, much different than what you're going to get from a Bud, Miller, or Coors. That mass-produced horse piss is just grassy, grainy. And I know I drank enough of it to float a battleship around. I've told you that many, many times, guys. It just doesn't have enough taste for me. I'm not a lager fan that much anymore. But I do enjoy, occasionally getting something sent to me to give it a whirl, because I've never had this before. So that's the enjoyable part of it. So let's find out what it's about, guys. We've got the date. We've got the ABV. Let's get the beer in the glass. I got the lager Pilsner glass out. This is a big 16-ounce can with a plain Jane silver can with the wraparound stick-on label, which is telling me they're concentrating on what's inside the can instead of printing up a bunch of fancy cans that's going to get thrown away or recycled. And I'm going to pour this very easy because I'm going to try to get it all in the glass on the original pour here, guys. Be close. Should fit though. Very nice. It definitely is a dark lager there, guys. Modernism is the name of the beer. Good looking beer. Very dark brown. It's not black, but it is a very deep dark brown color. To the nose we go. Nice dark roasted malt. Little biscuity, crackery aroma to it. It's not that big, off the chain, grassy graininess that most macro lagers have. And a lot of the German lagers are tasty, guys. Those guys over there have been brewing beers for hundreds of years. And they usually use quality ingredients too, unlike the macros here that put in rice and corn and a bunch of other adjuncts that got the cost to mass produce it. Save them money. That's why you can buy 30 of them for $15. Smells good. Smells real good. The big time dark roasted malt. Well, let's give it a go. See what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. I do appreciate it, sir. Now, the taste, I can tell it's a lager. It's a little on the thin side. I'm getting a slight hint of some saltiness and an ever so slight hint of maybe a little tiny bit of chocolate. But the dark roasted malt and the biscuity crackery and saltiness, it is salty. It's tasty though. I mean, but I am getting big time saltiness on that beer. About like a Goza beer would have with sea salt brewed in it. Very pleasant. Very, very easy drinking. Absolutely no hint of alcohol. That's a tasty lager. And I would be more inclined to buy a dark lager like this to get that kind of taste instead of a lot of grassy graininess. But it is salty. I don't know why I'm getting so much salt on it. It does taste salty to me. So, let me sip on this one, guys, and let it come up to room temperature. A lot of lagers, I don't sip on them a long time. To me, lagers taste better cold. Real cold. And where the ales, I can let them come up to room temperature, or sometimes even more when it's 90-some degrees. I think it's 93 out there today. So, rather warm. So I'll probably go out on the deck and sip on this one probably rather quickly since it's so hot out there. And we'll come back and see where it's going to finally end up. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. It's a very tasty, well-made dark lager, low ABV. Nice, dark, roasted malt, caramel, toffee. I'm getting a little bit of saltiness in the beer. Not so much now because I've been drinking on it as it was when it was cold. And ever so slight hint of just a wee bit of cocoa or chocolate in there, but it's very subtle though, guys. The big roasted malt and caramel toffee notes and the saltiness stood out a little bit more to me than anything else. And like I said, it's not quite as salty now as it was when I first started drinking on it. Canned on dates on there. ABV is on the label, so that's the two important bits of information. I don't know why the IBUs are not on there. This style, I mean, it's not using any kind of wild, bizarre hopping techniques on it, I wouldn't imagine. So I found it very tasty, a very sessionable, a great lawnmower beer. Well-made beer. Final chug. That is a very tasty, decent, dark lager, guys. Very nice. If it was bigger ABV, it may be something that I may be interested in buying as a go-to beer if I could get it here, which I cannot. But a very easy drinking beer. You could drink several of these and not be inebriated and go back to doing what you were doing if you were out cutting the grass or whatever, shoveling snow, chopping wood, whatever you're doing. You could have a couple of these and be okay. So that being said, I think it's a B+ beer, guys. That's where I'm going to give it. 88. That's where I'm going to put it. B+. Over to Beerreviews, they say 83. That's in their B- range. I think it's better than that. If you're expecting something more than that, maybe you bought the wrong beer. Over to Untappd, they, of course, both sites have listed at 4.6, where this one's 4.8. They have it at 3.8, which is also in their B+ range. So I'm more in agreement with Untappd than I am Beer Advocate, which happens quite a bit. So it's a B+ beer to me, guys. It's well made. They tell you the ABV, so you're not guessing on what you're drinking. You know you're buying and drinking a 4.8%er. And it's got the date on the bottom of it. You know how fresh it is. no Best Buy, best used before, or any buy dates. They're telling you how old it is when it was put in the can. That's what I want to see. So, if you've had Modernism from Schilling Beer Company, let me know what you think, especially on the 2019. That's 4.8, not 4.6. Let me know. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.